You wanted to know how long you need to feed your baby on demand. And the answer to this question is going to be different from mother to mother and from baby to baby. And it's important to understand what's normal for a newborn, and then when you can start introducing a schedule if you want them to be on a more regimented schedule. So first of all, a newborn needs to eat every 2 to 3 hours. A baby's stomach is very small, and so they need small feedings more frequently throughout each 24-hour period, and they eat 8 to 12 times on average during each 24-hour period. Secondly, they're growing rapidly and they need almost constant nourishment. And thirdly, each time the baby nurses, it stimulates the mother's body to produce more milk, and so frequent feedings will help the mother's milk supply to increase as well. And so there's a lot of important reasons to feed the baby every 2 to 3 hours. But as the baby gets a little bit older, like sometime between 4 and 6 weeks, their stomachs get bigger, so they can hold more volume, and they may begin to drink 3 to 4 ounces every 3 to 4 hours. Also understand that babies experience growth spurts, and in the beginning they happen frequently, like at 2 to 3 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, at 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. And when they go through growth spurts, they may want to eat every hour, and so that kind of leaves you wondering, am I making enough milk? What's going on here? But growth spurts typically just last for a few days, and the baby goes back to their old routine. And when they nurse more frequently during those days, it stimulates the mother's body to make more milk, and it gives the baby the calories they need to get through the growth spurt. So it's important to nurse the baby on demand during those early months and while they're going through growth spurts. Now, as for getting a baby on a schedule, again, it's going to be different from baby to baby and mother to mother. And if feeding your baby on demand is working, then there's no need to change it. You don't have to get your baby on a regimented schedule. But there are others that, maybe you work or you have other responsibilities that make it so you need to have a more predictable schedule for yourself and your baby. It's okay to try to encourage those routines, but just make sure that they're not so regimented that you can't be a little bit flexible, because like I said before, sometimes the baby does need extra feedings. I suggest talking with your pediatrician if you're thinking about implementing a schedule, and they'll be able to give you tailored information and advice about whether your baby's ready for this or not. And the other half of the equation is sleeping, because a baby's sleep patterns are dictated largely by their eating patterns. And so your pediatrician can talk with you more one-on-one, ask you what you've been doing and what your goals are, and give you tailored advice about it. Good luck with everything, and if you have more questions in the future for me, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.